Glimmer's Galleon. I thought this was going to be a huge problem. I wound up not needing to make many attempts at this. Because, like, the main form of difficulty in the design of this level is the light gimmick that was heavily, like, almost entirely removed in this version of the game. And because I'm not doing a lot of exploring, because I'm just doing the speedrun, I'm not turning around quite as much back and forth. And because I'm speedrunning, I'm going just directly forward more. So there's less turning around. So I didn't get as much of the motion sickness in this one as I did playing this in the main game, when I had to go slowly and explore everything. And yeah, fortunately this stage is pretty straightforward. Like, again, you mostly just dodge around stuff that is, because you don't have the darkness gimmick, you can clearly see where things are regardless of how you're facing or where you are. And you just kind of need to not get yourself hit. And that's not to say that, like, this was piss easy. It took me a couple of tries. But as you're gonna see here, I fucked this up and wound up getting myself taking a hit here. And I almost restarted, but then I was like, no, I might still be able to get it. And then it turns out I got it. Because in this stage, there's a couple of stages where, like, the time trial version ends a little bit before the actual end goal. This is one of them where, you know, in the normal version, the actual game, that stage had a little, like, above ground single screen area with the goalpost that you'd hit. Whereas here, they just cut that out for the time trial version. And yeah, I died at the end there, but I still made it. So, you know, there's some leeway. This was Krockhead Klamber. This was another... Yeah, the three marsh stages really blend together in my head. So, this one... yeah, like, I kind of had the same problems in this that I had with Mudhole Marsh, where it's mostly just... There's a lot of precision jumps to do. There's crates in very unfortunate locations. There's some of the platforms, the graphics, you know, the obfuscating the positions. Here I just kind of fucked up a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I just kind of kept going because I was right there at the checkpoint, so like I didn't lose very much time at all going there. And I managed to get some combos that I don't think were, like, part of Rare's expected run, because I was able to bounce off of the clingers in parts of the combos. So, you know, 58 seconds. I don't remember what the time goal was for that, but all that matters is I beat it. Rattle battle. This stage hurt. Like, physically hurt. Like, this was, when I was playing, I started playing this at the end of a 4-hour session, and my thumb was actually starting to hurt pretty badly from pressing the D-pad. This stage has a lot of opportunities for freezing the clock that you kinda have to take. So you just kinda, you get a lot of these 2 combos, which gets you 2 seconds of frozen clock, and that's, you know, as long as you get the 2 seconds, like, the extra, a longer combo than 2 doesn't really get you anything extra. Like, a 3 combo gets you 3 seconds, a 4 combo gets you 4 seconds. So if you do 2 combos, that's still 4 seconds. The same as getting 1 4 combo. And, like I said, there is a point where, Like, at some point, there's a maximum amount of clock freeze that you can get from your combo. So if you get up to, like, 12 or something, then you're just kind of wasting time that you could be saving. Yeah. Looked real easy, didn't it? God. Like, I do feel good about these. Like, having completed them, I feel a bit good. A bit. I still resent having needed the fact that I needed to get through these. The fact that my brain worm forced me to fucking needing to be super completionist and clear this stuff. I really shouldn't have done this, but I did, and it's for you. For you, the viewer, and for my obsessions. Here, there's a couple of spots where you need to not hold down, run for a crate in the way. There's stuff you gotta bounce across. That's the kind of the thing that looks like a bug, where you just kind of hit those two clingers at the same time from a jump where they're already in the rope. So that's a little weird. This one took me a lot of attempts, definitely. A lot of them were ended because I was rushing a little bit too much on the ropes where there's zingers, because you need to stop whenever there's the zingers, and you need to wait for them to be in the good position for you to dodge. So, if you just rush straight through, then there's not, like, a position where you'll be able to slip past them. You're going to end up hitting them and effectively losing the run. Don't bother with the cannonball. You want to bounce off of these guys for combo. You could get a 3 combo from it, but... Man, it's not about being perfect. It's about being good enough. And there's that fish just pacing back and forth. Wants to murder you. Angry that you got away. Bramble Blast. This took a lot to get down, just memorizing the path of the blast barrels to take. And, like, the exact number of rotations that you want for each of them. And as you can see, I really fucking memorized it. Just, going very quickly through here. So, at the first section, you may have noticed I, like, went above stuff here. I'm not going to have time to talk about, like, how I went through all of these things, because I'm going through them too fast. You could skip over a barrel there with a quick enough shot. You can just sort of, you can't exactly mash the button, but you can just sort of speed through. Here, you can intentionally take a hit so that you can get down onto that platform a bit easier without needing to go through those barrels. Or, like, do a roll jump to get through there. One way or another, don't go through those 3 barrels that you would need to go through the side path. That's a lot of extra time that you could just skip. Here there is a very specific path that you need to take that's roundabout and weird that you gotta take it to get through. And here you want to, if you miss any cycles on the barrels, then you end up needing to take, like, you'll need to end up paying very close attention to where those dragonflies are when you blast out, because if you miss the dragonfly, then you hit the bramble and you go way back to the previous checkpoint, which is, like, 10-20 seconds back. So that would be an absolute run loss. And that's 3 worlds down already. Hornet hole. I hated all of the hive stages. Just dealing with the stupid honey while trying to speedrun is a pain in the ass. Like, the existence of the honey kind of removes the whole clock-stopping combo gimmick, because most of the time in these stages, the honey is there preventing you from actually rolling through enemies and getting a combo. And especially, most of the enemies in these stages are the porcupines, so you can't even bounce off of them for combos. So, like, you just are prevented from dealing with them unless you take way too much time to deal with them. But yeah, this is a lot of memorizing where the zingers are, memorizing where things are, defeating enemies before they've shown up on the camera, because the camera is too slow to keep up with how fast you need to go. Yeah, like here, these porcupine enemies, they're impossible to defeat because they're on the honey, and you can only defeat them by rolling into them, and you can't roll on the honey. So I just got the checkpoint there, so that's fine. You unfortunately, sometimes you can use the temporary invulnerability to get past a section that's immediately beyond a checkpoint, like more quickly than you'd be able to do without, like trying to actually dodge things. But that part that was where I was when I started this sentence, which was half the stage, you know, was the barrel there was just slightly too far to make it with the invulnerability. Yeah, these go very, very quickly when you're only looking at the successful run and not all of the failures. Target Terror. This stage basically is get on the cart, don't waste time getting on the cart, and then just don't die. Because it's basically an auto-scroller. Like, there's the sections between carts that technically you're not auto-scrolling on, but it's basically an auto-scroller. So as long as you don't dawdle starting the auto-scroller and don't die at any point, that's it. And this stage, not all that hard. This was one of the easier ones to get. I think the, also, don't touch the bonus barrels. That's another thing. Do not touch that bonus barrel, that'll just slow you down. The other bonus area was okay to go through because it was just a, it wasn't a barrel, it was like one of those tunnels that you enter. And the tunnels are fine, because you just kind of pass through them in this version, this mode. So, and you're gonna see in a moment as I follow this guy down, you can just sort of take this tunnel through. It doesn't do any kind of teleporting, so you just sort of go. And I'm not sure if that's faster, but it's safer. There's less danger down there. The most dangerous part of this stage is, well, that jump right there. That's very precise timing you need on that jump. And also the spot where you need to jump over the zinger while going on the downslope to hit the one check barrel. But, yeah, that one, not that hard. Comparatively speaking.